What's going on, y'all? It is Squidward, Jared, and Katie in the morning, 107.5 KZL, and we have a special guest in the building today. We have Braden Hull. Welcome in, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. And if you're a listener to the show, you might have heard Braden in a couple Tuesdays ago. He came in and you performed the Richmond, north of Richmond, and it's one of the most viewed local talent Facebook Live videos that we've had in a while. So congrats on that, man.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah,
I
clearly.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And so with that being said, you've had some success here recently, especially 2023. You know, I saw you open for the Dries. You've opened for some other I guess pretty big name artists. So how has that been? I guess how has the success of 2023 been? And then I guess maybe meeting and opening for some of these big name artists. How's that been?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been very, very, very blessed this year. So I mean, it all just kind of started kind of too fast. I mean, I like it, but it was awesome. Opening for the Dries was especially pretty cool because they're just really talented people and they're good at what they do. But I mean, I opened for some other people, Rocky Lynn and Ryan Perry. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head, but it's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot of things from a lot of people that have been in this business for years. So.
Yeah. And so how long have you been making music? How long have you been, I guess, seriously, maybe putting out your own stuff?
Yeah. So actually, I wrote my first song when I was, I didn't pick up a guitar till I was 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're how old now?
I'm 21 now.
Damn,
yeah.
So it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
You've done a lot for 4 years.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
I actually went on American Idol when I was 15.
Really?
I auditioned for American Idol, and they told me no.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to play guitar then, so I was just singing, just me.
Uh-huh.
And so I decided after that, I was like, well, I'm going to start learning guitar. So I didn't really start picking up the guitar and actually learn until I was 17, and I wrote my first song right after I learned 4 basic chords on the guitar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you've done more than 4 years, and some artists have done their whole career. So that's
well,
congrats,
I mean,
man.
like I said, I've been blessed. So I mean, I think the first song I ever wrote was called Friend Zone. And
Zone.
Yeah, it was about my brother. He was into this girl, and she just straight up friend zoned him, and I just kind of wrote based off of that,
Okay, yeah. So the women have kind of been a reoccurring theme in some of your music, because I think your most recent single, "Falling Out of Love."
Yeah, that was my first single. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is there a specific someone that was about?
Yeah, it's actually about about my parents' divorce from the kids' perspective.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
So it's about there's a lot of divorce songs from the parents' perspective or from the people going through the divorce.
Okay.
But there's not a lot of songs like from the kids' perspective of how the kid felt during the divorce. So I wrote that just to kind of give the kids in the divorce a voice, because it happened when I was 17. So.
Okay, so you're a little more older at that age. It's a little more, I guess, you know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and they didn't separate until after I turned 18. So, I'm an adult then, But, it's still the same effect as it would have on a kid,
Yeah. You're still a child at the end of the day.
Yeah. I write a lot of heartbreak stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what sells. People like heartbreak stuff, and
100%.
And I do too, so.
Yeah. And I mean, if that's what you're living, that's the best, I guess, most authentic thing you can put out.
Yeah.
So I think.
And I enjoy writing from other people's perspective too.
That's an interesting take. Rather than just your personal experiences, you're able to kind of write a story, almost like a movie. A producer for a movie would do. They kind of have this vision in their head of maybe not something they necessarily lived.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's something I've always done, and I would say majority of my songs are from like another person's story or another person's perspective.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Well, that probably goes along with your success if you've had so far, because people can relate to it. You're reaching out to people rather than just people. I guess people that would identify with just your story. You reaching out to the masses. That's very creative, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so what is, you got stuff in the works? You got a EP album, or what are you working on right now?
So we've got a lot of stuff in the works. But I would say for this year, our biggest goal or project we'll be working on is we'll be releasing singles. Eventually we'll come out with an album, but to build my name and build my reputation as an artist, we'll be releasing singles. A lot more singles this year than we did last year. Last year we released 3 singles.
Okay.
This year we'll release every 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, nice. Gonna try to get on like a schedule. Consistently putting out
and just pushing them constantly.
Nice.
And doing some opening gigs, trying to line up some shows, different festivals and stuff. I have goals this year that I want to set for myself. I want to be playing in different states, at least 4.
Yeah.
So we'll just see how it goes. We're in the process of trying to plan everything out and get everything booked up and all that stuff now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of work, but it's exciting work at the same time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I always tell everybody, that, especially like where I'm from in Lexington, everybody's everybody knows each other. And I knew a lot of people before all this started, but they'll always joke around, call me money bags or whatever. He's buying lunch, you know what I mean?
He got some success now.
That's wrong. That's wrong. This music, man, it keeps me busy and broke.
Yeah,
that's why I tell everybody, busy and broke.
Well, hopefully in due time, though. In due time, the money will come around.
Yeah, it's coming, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll knock on some wood. But but when you say, you said we're gonna put out, like we're gonna put out multiple songs. Who is we?
Well, it's me. It's my songs, and but I can't do this without my team. I have a team of people that really help me book, and I've got a 7-piece band behind me. So I have 2 guitar players.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 guitar players, Chase LaPrade and Tyler Jenkins. My dad's my bass player.
Oh wow.
Joe Sink is my drummer. Josiah Gish is my keyboard player, and then I have a steel guitar player. Jimmy Washington, and then myself.
Shouts out to the gang, man.
Yeah, gotta give him a shout out. Yeah,
got to, man, got to. Well, I know me and you kind of got linked up from Josh. We have a mutual friend, Josh. Shouts out to Josh.
Yep.
And I know he was kind of telling me about you and your music, and kind of telling me about your success in 2023. And he kind of mentioned like you've maybe been in discussion with some record labels about deals, or what kind of I guess offers have you seen thus far?
Yeah, so we've been in touch with 4 record labels, but one of them's not a big name record label. But we send my songs and stuff, of course. Whenever we finish a song in the studio, we'll send it to the record label. But I would say the biggest ones that I stay in touch with would be Capitol and Sony Records.
Okay.
I'm not signed, not doing anything. I've got a connection in Sony Records. He's a really good guy, and he's just kind of mentoring me. Meets with me every time I go to Nashville. Gets on the phone. We're on a month-to-month basis. He's just kind of trying to help me and lead me in the right path.
Nice.
Tell me what I should do, what I shouldn't do. Stuff like that. So
yeah,
I consider him, a really good mentor in the music business.
Okay.
So.
Well, so I guess with that being said, those are awesome connections to have, of course. But obviously you've had some success. You on your own. Are you like 110% adamant on signing a record deal, or has thoughts of being independent like been on the table on your mind?
That's the question everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
I'm an independent artist right now, and one thing I will say about being an independent artist is it's a lot harder. These record labels. Have you ever been in Nashville? Yeah,
I've been once. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you've ever gone to Music Row or anything, but the music business is all a game. You know, everything, and I'm still trying to learn how to play the game. But these record labels, they know everybody, in the music business, and they know how to make things happen. So it's a lot easier with a record label to get on the big shows and become a bigger name. But people do it independent as well. I wouldn't mind being an independent artist, but I think that my best route would be trying to get signed. By a label.
Okay, yeah, because I hear like the debate a lot too, and I guess what I hear a lot is kind of comes down to like you said, obviously the labels have so much more at their disposal, so it's kind of like a time thing. You can still do it independent, but would you rather happen now or later?
Yeah.
And then it comes down to how much you're willing to sign and give away, and you're risking rewards. So
yeah, I mean, right now, honestly, if you want to be an independent artist, right now is the time to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because you have you have TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I mean, everything that I've done this far, and we've only been in it for a year.
Yeah.
Actually, January marks a year. So
man,
this month,
nuts.
yeah. So everything I've done this far has been completely independent, and it's been 100% organic too. We've not dumped money into advertising or anything yet.
Yeah, and that's one thing too, that the reason you probably have those relationships with the labels that you do now is because they want to see those organic numbers and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's Sony Records. It's actually a crazy story. I went to Nashville to advertise my song "Honky Tonk Therapy" coming out whenever it was getting released, and we went to Music Row, and there was these two guys standing in front of Warner Music Group, and I had a little Bluetooth speaker, and I was like, "Hey, will y'all listen to my song?" And they said, "Well, if you have the balls to ask, we have the balls to listen."
That's awesome, man.
So they listened. We exchanged emails. One of them was from Warner Music, and I've not really been in touch with him, but the guy from Sony Records, I'm in touch with him, quite a bit, and he's been really helpful. He's been just it's good to have him, helping me out and everything.
That's awesome. You love hearing stories like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like he was like, that stuff on the street still matters today. Like, sometimes people are like, no one hands out CDs anymore. No one hands out USBs. No one does that. There's no point.
Well, that's the thing in the past. Everything's going to social media.
It is, but I mean, I'm just saying, you're a prime example of how that stuff still can. You never know.
Yeah.
On the street, the actual foot groundwork in person stuff can actually still go a long ways.
Yeah.
So
still
can
work out in your favor.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Clearly it has. Yeah. Knock on some wood again. Yeah. Well, so I guess with your music, obviously, we're a top 40 station. We're playing like the Morgan Wallens type stuff,
Yeah.
And a lot of people I hear, like, my dad's side of the family are very, very country, and I have a lot of, I guess, friends and family who do listen to country that say that's bro country, and they don't like that kind of stuff. That's not real country music.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts when it comes to bro country? What is your thoughts? Or pop country? What is your thoughts with that?
Well, I mean, I have to agree. Sometimes really isn't country music. I mean, country music is a lot different now than it used to be. That you got country rock, you have pop country, you have old timey country, you still have bluegrass, and different artists have different niches. Is that the word niche?
Yeah,
niche,
I guess so.
Like yeah. So I mean, everybody has it. It's just kind of your style, what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out where I listen to it, I'm like, no, that's not country. You know what I mean? That's horrible. But it's not my place to. I mean, if it works for them, it's packing stadiums and putting money in their pocket, then that's what people like.
Yeah.
So
would you ever make a song like that? Would you ever make a song that you would consider a pop country or?
Yeah, but I wouldn't base my whole country music career off of that. You know what I mean? I have my style. I have my style, and I'll stick to that.
Yeah.
When it comes to like making, like a country rock song or a country pop song, I'm not opposed to it. But it's not me.
That's
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good open-minded way to approach it. I feel, be open to it, but not make it your.
Yeah. I'm not going to build my brand on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I respect that. That. Okay, yeah, I was wondering because I was thinking, like, from what I've heard of you so far, I'm like, you're country, you know what I mean? Like, like my friends and family would be like, yeah, he makes real country music. So I just wanted to hear your opinion on it.
Well, it's in my blood. I mean, you can hear my accent and tell,
Yeah,
I mean, but I mean, that's just how I was raised. I mean, I was raised, we have one stoplight in Tyrone, so.
Good old Lexington, man.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out West Davidson.
Putting on for the city, man.
That's right.
Yeah. So who's maybe like a dream feature? Who's the artist that you hopefully, if all pans out, all goes well, the steam keeps rolling, who's the artist you'd like to work with?
Like as far as like a big name?
Yeah, a big name. Who's like your dream feature or your dream collaboration?
I've always been a huge Cody Johnson fan.
Cody Johnson.
I'm a huge Cody Johnson fan. I actually went and seen him at the Greensboro Coliseum this past year.
Okay.
And I mean, it was Cuddy Johnson. I also love Hardy, but the one thing I love about Hardy is his writing. You know, I feel like he's the best writer in country music.
Okay.
I mean, my dream feature would be Cuddy Johnson, Hardy, or Morgan Wallen.
Okay, yeah.
I like Morgan Wallen a lot. You know, he's one of the big ones people say ain't country, you know, but whatever he's doing is working. So if you get on a feature with Morgan Wallen, then you've made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's kind of like the Taylor Swift of country music now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's number one. So, and I mean, he's breaking records. So obviously, I'd want to get on a feature with him.
Yeah,
you know,
he'd be a fool not to. Yeah. Well, who's been like, I guess, your inspiration? Do you have any artists that you grew up listening to that inspire the way you write now?
So actually, funny story. I did not grow up on country music.
Really?
Nope.
In Lexington, North Carolina, you didn't grow up on country music?
No.
Wow.
So my dad and my mom's from Spencer, which is right across the river, and then my dad was born and raised in Winston, and then they kind of just met in the middle. And you know, growing up, we listened to strictly Christian, contemporary Christian. That's
I was the same way.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So growing up as a kid, you know, it was all Christian music. Everything else was secular music. You know, you don't want to listen to that. You know, country music's talking about girls, trucks, and beer. You know, we can't be listening to that. But so yeah, I mean, I grew up on Christian, and which I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it because you know that's how I am. That's who I am. But
yeah, no, 100%.
You know, once I got old enough to pick my own station on the radio, it was country. You know.
Yeah.
So then I started really loving country music. Started listening to country music all the time, and I would say my idols were, you know, of course, Randy Travis and Alan Jackson. As far as like old time country, you know, like old big names.
Yeah.
Those are my two favorite. But I mean, now it's Hardy and Cuddy Johnson. Cuddy Johnson for his voice and Hardy for his writing.
Yeah. Guess you're trying to like blend the two together.
Yeah.
And make your own sound.
Yeah. There you go.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So what's next? You got any shows coming up that if people are listening, they need to look out for?
So we've actually got quite a few things in the works. The next show I'll be playing is an acoustic show in Kannapolis at Old Armory, and that is on February 9th from 7 to 10 p.m. So acoustic shows are fun. You know, you're able to interact with the crowd more and take song requests and stuff, whereas full band, you're not, you know, able to do that as much.
Okay, cool deal.
So, yep. And we're working on some bigger shows, you know, playing some big shows in Lexington and stuff like that, because we'll hold our own concert. I say we'll because, you know, like I said, I have a team.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do it by myself. I really couldn't. But, yeah, we hold a big concert it's been at Bull City in the past. We'll bring a stage in.
Bull City Tavern?
Yeah, Bull City Cider Works.
Okay, Cider Works. That's right. Yeah, it's a brewery, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice, man. Nice.
So,
yeah. Well, I hope the success keeps rolling and keeps snowballing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. And so I guess for someone who's listening right now, if someone who's listening never heard any of your songs, none of your music yet, what should be the first song they listen to? Braden Hull's first song that will have the most impactful song. Which one should they check out first?
Yeah. So, well, I don't know. If you ask an artist, you know, artists like.
Sometimes.
A lot of the times, like, which I've heard this, you know, going to Nashville and stuff, I've heard this a lot, is like everybody else's favorite song is never the artist's favorite song. You know?
Yeah.
Now, one of my favorites is Falling Out of Love. Everybody's favorite's Falling Out of Love. That's how I got my start. It was my first single, my first release. Ended up blowing up and then starting all this for me.
Yeah.
And I love Honky Tonk Therapy. We close every full band show out with it. It's just
Hometown
a fun
Therapy?
Song. Honky Tonk Therapy.
Honky Tonk Therapy.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like kind of like a country rock, you know.
Yeah.
Drinking, having fun, you know.
Dance around a little bit.
It's a fun song.
Boot scooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that one. So I mean, yeah, I would say Falling Out of Love is probably the first one that you should listen to. But we have some new releases coming out really soon. So
awesome.
Which I can't say what it is. I mean, we have one coming out like really, really, really soon.
Okay.
So we'll start advertising that and release that. And I feel like this song has good potential. I feel like a lot of people are gonna like it. It's another sad song. So
Honestly, that's what the people want, man.
Yeah,
we like to feel those emotions, dude.
That's my band. You know, my band is come on, man, stop with the sad songs. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
Let's get some upbeat stuff, because I mean we do have some upbeat stuff and some country rock, you know. But I tell them, I'm like, yo, sad sales.
Yeah,
sad sales.
It does.
You know?
Yeah, the emotional side does it.
Yeah.
Well,
for sure.
Well, yeah, glad you came in, man. Want to wish you all the success.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, of course. And so
it's an honor.
Yeah, no, appreciate you being here, and you definitely killed it with local talent. So it was only right that we had you back in. And
I appreciate that.
So we know where to find your music. Performing at Kannapolis next. So if you want to see him in person, show up.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, it's BradenHull.
Yes, sir.
Braden Hull Music. So, man, appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me, man.